Jesus is preparing his disciples for his departure. And he's speaking about it in terms of childbirth. So when a woman has, I'm sure I don't need to explain this to the majority of you, but when a woman has childbirth, she has what do you call it again? My mind's just gone blank. The pangs, the contraction pains before the childbirth. So there's a painful time, and for some, it can last, especially if it's the first birth, it can last a long time. But there's that joy that St. Paul is speaking about, or Luke, I think, is the reader of the writer of Acts is speaking about. There's that joy with the birth of the child. And Jesus, of course, is speaking about his passion, which he's going to go through, and his death on the cross. And so there will be that suffering, there'll be that pangs of birth, as it were, but their joy will be complete when they see him again. And they see him again as he rises from the dead in his resurrection. We're kind of going through, perhaps, we might be able to liken what we're going through now to birth pangs. There's, again, that sense of being cut off, not having what we would normally have, being excluded, separated from those we love. And it is painful. It is hard what we're going through. But we will come out at the end of this. And I think that one of the things that I think is important for us is that even though we're going through this time of difficulty and hardship, that doesn't mean to say we stop and we just experience the suffering and all we can do is suffer. Because suffering is part of the life of the church. As members of the church, we will always experience the cross. That is always going to be part of our life. And so even as we experience the cross, even as we carry our crosses, that doesn't stop us, but that impels us to move forward and to continue the mission of the church, which is to draw other people into the experience of the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. And it's so through the power of the Holy Spirit, which we're going to celebrate at Pentecost, they may enter into a personal, intimate relationship with Jesus Christ, with the Father, actually, the Father and the Son. That's what we should be doing. That is my hope, so that this time isn't dead time. That this time is time for preparation, so that once this is over, we are entering into a new life with new life. We'll be coming back into our churches, not tired from our suffering and not worn out because we've not been doing anything, but as we've been in isolation, as we've been going through this suffering of the coronavirus, of this pandemic, of this lockdown, during that time, we are preparing ourselves for this new birth. We're being renewed in the Spirit of God, so that as we leave, we're leaving, entering back into the societal life, the life of the church, but renewed and on fire with the Holy Spirit to bring that love to others in a very personal, direct way.